Have you ever whispered to yourself at 2 a.m., "Tomorrow, I'm going to change everything. Tomorrow, I'll wake up early. Tomorrow, I'll fix my life. Tomorrow, I'll finally become disciplined." But then morning comes. The alarm rings. You hit snooze. Then again and again. By the time you finally get out of bed, the world is already loud. Notifications are waiting. Messages are waiting. Problems are waiting. And before you even start your day, you already feel behind. That was me for years. I wanted more time, more peace, more control. But every morning felt like I was reacting to life instead of leading it. Then one day I tried something different. I started waking up at 5 a.m. Not for a challenge, not to look productive, not because I wanted to copy successful people. I did it because I was tired of feeling like my life belonged to everyone else. And what happened over the next few months changed the way I think, work, and live. So if you feel stuck, distracted, or tired of wasting your mornings, this video is for you. This is the real power of a 5 a.m. routine and how to build one that actually works. 1. Wake up with control. I used to wake up in panic. My alarm was loud, aggressive, and stressful. Before I even opened my eyes, my body already felt under attack. No wonder I started every day in survival mode. So I made one small change. Instead of shocking myself awake, I started using a gentle alarm. Something softer. Something that made waking up feel less like punishment. And whenever possible, I used light. A sunrise alarm, a lamp, a little natural light from the window. Because light tells your brain, it's morning, it's time to begin. The first rule of my routine became simple. Do not touch the phone first, because the moment you check your phone, your mind belongs to the world. Someone else's message, someone else's opinion, someone else's emergency. So before the phone, before social media, before the noise, I drink water. Just one glass, sometimes with lemon, sometimes plain. After hours of sleep, your body needs hydration. But more than that, this small action sends a message to your brain. I am in control. That is how the day begins. Not with stress, not with scrolling, but with control. 2. Move before you think too much. After waking up, your mind will try to negotiate. Maybe sleep a little more. Maybe start tomorrow. Maybe you're too tired today. This is why movement matters. You do not need a perfect workout. You do not need a gym. You do not need one full hour. You just need to move. Some mornings I stretch for 10 minutes. Some mornings I do push-ups. Some mornings I walk outside while the streets are still quiet. The goal is not to destroy your body. The goal is to wake it up. Movement changes your state. It gets your blood flowing. It clears the fog. It reminds you that you are not weak just because you feel tired. And the most powerful part, you prove to yourself that you can keep a promise, even a small promise. Because discipline is not built in one heroic moment. It is built when you do the simple thing you said you would do. That is why morning movement matters. It is not just fitness, it is identity. You are telling yourself, I am someone who shows up. 3. Get light. Find silence. Have you ever slept for 8 hours and still felt exhausted? Sometimes the problem is not more sleep. Sometimes your body simply needs the right signal. Morning light is that signal. Even 5 minutes outside can change the way your morning feels. So I started walking early. No headphones, no phone, no distractions, just the sound of my steps, the air on my face, the world still quiet. And for the first time in a long time, I felt present. Most people wake up and immediately run into noise. News, messages, videos, drama, comparison. But silence gives you something rare. Space. Space to think. Space to breathe. Space to hear yourself again. At 5 a.m., the world has not started asking things from you yet. That is why the morning feels powerful. It gives you a moment to belong to yourself. 4. Train your mind around 5:45 a.m. I sit still. No phone, no music, no rushing, just breathing. At first, I hated meditation. I thought, what am I even doing? I should be productive. But after a few weeks, I noticed something. I was calmer. I reacted less. I had more control over my emotions. Meditation did not make my problems disappear. It gave me space between what happened and how I responded. And that space changed everything. After that, I journal. Nothing complicated. Just 3 questions. What am I grateful for? How do I feel right now? What do I need to focus on today? That is it. But those questions forced me to stop living on autopilot, because most people do not start their day with intention. They start with reaction. They react to notifications. They react to stress. They react to what everyone else wants. Journaling puts you back in the driver's seat. It reminds you, this is my day. This is my mind. This is my direction. Feed your future. At 6 a.m., the world is still quiet. This is when I invest in myself. Sometimes I read. Sometimes I learn a new skill. Sometimes I watch a tutorial. Sometimes I work on something that my future self will thank me for. It does not have to be perfect. You do not need to read 50 pages. You do not need to study for 3 hours. 10 focused minutes is enough to begin. Read 1 chapter. Learn 1 concept. Practice 1 skill. Write 1 page. The point is not perfection. The point is progress. Because if you give the best part of your morning to distractions, do not be surprised when your life feels distracted. But if you give the first quiet hour of your day to growth, your life slowly starts to change. A 5 a.m. routine is not really about waking up early. It is about protecting the first part of your day from being stolen. 6. Prepare the day before it attacks you. By 6:30 or 7 a.m., I do something simple but powerful. I plan the day. Not a complicated plan, not 20 tasks, not a perfect schedule, just clarity. I ask myself, what is the one thing that matters today? What can I remove? What can wait? What would make today a win? Then I write it down, because a confused mind wastes energy. When you know what matters, you move differently. You stop chasing everything. You stop reacting to everything. You stop letting small distractions control your day. And before I begin, I take 30 seconds to visualize. I see myself staying calm, working with focus, making good decisions, not giving up when the day gets hard. It sounds small, but your mind needs direction. If you do not tell your mind where to go, the world will. 7. The reality check. Now let me be honest. Waking up at 5 a.m. was not easy. The first few days were uncomfortable. My body wanted the bed. My brain was foggy. Everything in me wanted to quit. But that is normal. Every change begins with resistance. Do not think resistance means you are failing. Resistance means your old identity is fighting to survive. So make it easier for yourself. Prepare your clothes the night before. Keep your phone away from your bed. Use a simple checklist. Sleep early. Start with 15 or 30 minutes earlier if 5 a.m. feels too extreme. And please remember this. Waking up early means nothing if you are destroying your sleep. Your goal is not to suffer. Your goal is to build a life you respect. So protect your sleep, protect your energy, protect your routine. This only works when it is sustainable. 8. The transformation. Here is the truth. Waking up at 5 a.m. will not magically solve your problems, but it gives you the time, silence, and clarity to finally face them. That goal you keep delaying, you start working on it. That anxiety that follows you all day, you learn to manage it. That feeling of being stuck, you begin to move, slowly, quietly, one morning at a time. A 5 a.m. routine is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming intentional. It is about waking up before the world takes your attention, before the notifications, before the pressure, before the excuses. It is about choosing yourself before the day chooses for you. So here is your challenge. Tomorrow, do not try to change your whole life. Just start with one thing. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Drink water. Move your body. Sit in silence. Write 1 line. Read 1 page. Start small, but start. Because 6 months from now, your life could look completely different. Not because of one big decision, but because of the small promises you kept every morning. Your life is not waiting. Your future is not waiting. It is 5 a.m. Get up, take control, and become the person you keep promising yourself you will be. If this video helped you, comment below, "I'm taking control," and tell me, what would you do with 2 extra quiet hours every morning? Subscribe if you are ready to build discipline, focus, and a life you are proud of.